I am so glad that our firm hired you to be our new operations manager. I have been asked to help guide you through some of the decisions that you may face in the restructuring.
I am sure that I will greatly like this job. Nothing gives me more pleasure than to watch people suffer the demise of their careers, and now I can be the cause of such suffering.
Like I said earlier, the company hired me in order to help guide you through the process of restructuring the firm.
It's just not any fair. I want to have exclusive rights to the pleasure in finishing them off. I have a deep yearning to end their jobs that I must satisfy.
Many of our employees have invested their entire lives in the firm. You cannot simply fire people based upon what brings you the most satisfaction.
I finished the new order requests.
I am glad. If you can move on to the new product placements, then that would be great.
I feel the strongest desire to do him in. If you don't let me, then I might start begging.
Even though seeing you beg would bring me a great deal of satisfaction, we must follow well-established business principles in order to ensure a fair and just process.
But take a good look at me. I am on my knees begging. Please, please, please let me finish him off. Nothing would bring me greater pleasure than to see him suffer.
I can assure you that you will have your chance to terminate someone soon enough, but we must avoid serving our desires, and we must do what is best for the company.
Alright. So how do we go about deciding who to fire, who to hire, and who to promote?
Why don't we talk about this more over a meal?
You just said the magic words. Nothing could make me happier.
We have to be careful. Firing employees is a very delicate process. When employees fear that their jobs are at risk, they are not as productive.
Well, I guess that I can see the value in that. Why not fire just anyone?
The reason why employees that perform poorly are the ones that need to be fired is because setting a standard for performance is needed.
I guess that I can understand. If we fire employees that perform very well, then we run the risk of showing the other employees that performance does not matter.
Also, if we fire employees that try really hard but do not succeed, then that makes us look really bad. We need to give those people other opportunities.
I guess that I agree. If people try really hard but are not successful, then those people may be successful at doing something else.
What we need to do to restructure the company is we need to get everyone in the correct place, and then we need to terminate everyone else.
So we need to get the company working at its best, and then we need to terminate everyone that is not working very well.
Yes, this must take place before we even formulate a direction for us to go in doing business. If we keep the wrong people, then we will have trouble regardless of our direction.
I guess that I can see that.
Sometimes a company does not do very well because their best talent is kept in lower positions, and as a result the company does not perform quite as well.
Why would a company waste their best talent?
Sometimes age discrimination occurs, and it causes older employees to not want to take orders from younger employees. Many other types of discrimination occur as well.
What you are telling me is that employees need to be able to like and respect each other in order to work together.
Yes, unfortunately, some businesses will have many employees that have sexual relations with one another, live with one another, rent housing from one another, and so on.
That sounds like a difficult web to untangle. I mean, if a department manager is renting his house to his employees, then firing those employees would hurt the manager.
Yes, if a worker from one department is carrying the baby of a manager from another department, then firing either employee would have repercussions.
I see. The system just sounds so confusing and complex.
Certainly, you make enough money that you do not need to take the bus.
The only reason why I take the bus is because I want to observe the relationships between the employees.
Although that would appear to be a wise idea, if you treat the social people one way and the anti-social people another way, then you may feed lynch mob mentalities.
Well, if we all work as a team, then we will be more productive than if we work as a group of individuals.
On the other hand, people that separate themselves can have a unique perspective that can inspire new innovation, and it can be a source of new direction.
Perhaps you are correct. I need to be very careful about who gets hired, fired, and promoted.
Yes, the subject is very complicated, but what is critical is that employees continue to have an atmosphere of trust, goodwill, and productivity.